afternoon. My name is Tayton Smith, and I am thrilled to have you all here for the 12th Annual Leadership Challenge event. All of us here at Washburn University Leadership Institute are so excited for what is to come in the next 2 days. We know that some of you have come quite a long way to experience the LCE, and our hope is that each and every one of you will return to your communities inspired and ready to put those leadership abilities to the test.
Well, most of the other leadership development experiences are around learning, but this they really get to apply. They get to, it's just a deep dive into, you've learned some stuff, you're a leader, let's let you apply that into a real life situation.
I like the high intensity, the high energy. I love the sense of community that each school brings, and the leaders that you get to meet. Some of my best friends have come from the Leadership Challenge, so I'm just excited to network, meet new people, and engage in meaningful relationships.
There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together.
Now, what you want to do to position yourself well is find opportunities where you can make more use of your strengths than trying to work on those weaknesses.
The more that we can take time to take a step back and to try and think about the issue in different ways will help us make real progress in the long term.
It's been a while since we've had this many faces in a room at one time. Last year we gathered at this time, but with only 13 participating teams. As I look around the room now, I'm thinking, this is a pretty good comeback. I can't express how encouraging it is to see 37 teams from 33 different institutions so committed to developing young leaders.
I am thrilled that you have all made it here. I hope that this year's event will challenge you and push you the same way it has for me. Please give a very warm Metropolis welcome to CEO Frederick Avery.
I challenge you to not just know each other's strengths and passions, but to use them to make an impact for your team.
Today, you will be acting as leaders within your community. You will be faced with challenges and situations unlike any other. There will be times throughout today's competition where you will feel unprepared, overwhelmed, unsure, and maybe even doubt your own capabilities. Cast those doubts aside and remain present in the moment. Do your best. I have important information that will help guide you through as you complete today's tasks.
This morning, tensions are high in Metropolis as rumors are flying around that Jupiter Inc. is responsible for a severe waste disposal accident that has caused an unknown amount of damage to the city limits and the surrounding environment.
After this morning's press conference, all task force members will be dismissed to begin collaborating and navigating this important event. Thank you for your cooperation and good luck. We are counting on all of you.
First of all, we're going to learn from this. The task force that's going to be working on this, we're going to be so intent on listening to every single thing. So while we're trying to address an immediate need, what's even more important is that we address this need for the future and that this never ever happens again.
I wanted to let you know that many of my workers are just simply fed up, and I've just received word that over half of the workers will be going on strike, effective immediately. My employees feel it is simply impossible to continue working under these conditions. I hope that Jupiter Inc. prioritizes the employee concerns that have up until this point been ignored and takes immediate action to address our concerns. Until changes are made, we will be making our voices heard from outside the company.
I think this event just gives them practical experience of them actually getting to put into practice ideas that they maybe have heard in the classroom or heard from different speakers here, and to actually be put in a simulation of like, here's a problem, now use those tools, like working across factions or whatever, like use those tools you've heard of and put them into practice.
I have seen our students grow from, had a lot of anxiety coming into the competition because they didn't know what to expect. None of them have been here before. And I've watched them get really excited just from this morning to lunch. When I met with them at lunch and we're debriefing, they were energized and excited and thinking of different ways to approach problems, and it's really fun to watch them grow into those roles.
Well, the impression of the event has just been overall a lot of good development, and a lot of students, they've been enjoying this experience overall. There's been a little bit of high stress because it's a high pressure event that's supposed to develop and shape how they view certain aspects of leadership.
Through this first day, I've definitely emerged as a leader, trying to get my group together, figure out how to address these problems, making sure we stick to our timelines and we have a set schedule.
I feel like my team's done really well so far today. We've really got to work together and we've really used all of our strengths, and I feel like we've really maximized our potential so far.
I like watching the students experience the simulation unravel and watch them find all these pieces and put it together in the puzzle, and then eventually start thinking solutions. So at first they're very crisis response, what do we need to do to fix the scenario, and then they start thinking, okay, this is the next step, this is how we can work together. And so especially this scenario where they're coming together from different areas of the simulation, and really putting those pieces together and eventually making Metropolis a better place to live.
Know your potential. Recognize that you can do things that scare you. And if you aren't there yet, that's okay. I encourage you to find the people who will build you up so much that you truly believe you are unstoppable. In return, become a leader who builds others up. If I have learned anything in this process this past year, it is if one person succeeds, the whole community succeeds with them.